Today's painting is inspired by the work of Denise Love and Artistry here on YouTube, both of whom draw a lot of influence from Kandinsky and his beautiful use of shape, movement, and color. I'll be working more intuitively, just painting simple circles and allowing them to gently touch each other. I have no real plan in mind. I'm just letting everything flow naturally and seeing where it goes. For this painting, I'm using my large Meeden watercolor palette, which has 98 colors into it. The shades I've chosen today are Harvest Gold, Plum Purple, and Indigo. I picked them up rather randomly because I just like those colors. And I think in the end, they look kind of retro, which was really fun. I'm applying them with my Meeden No. 4 quill brush. I really enjoy working with quill brushes. They seem to lend themselves well to really juicy paintings. While I work, I thought I would take a moment to talk a little bit about this Meeden palette. I picked it up a few months ago as deliberately to be more of my crafting grade set. I wanted something that had a big range of colors so that when I sit down and paint, I could just worry about painting and not worry about color mixing and all of that. So I use it a lot when I'm painting with my kids. I find overall that it's a perfectly fine palette. As you can see, the colors are really rich and there's a huge selection to choose from, and it contains everything from neons, metallics to those macaron style colors. But it's definitely not professional. You can see at times throughout this where I have to go back in and build up the color a little bit because the color isn't pulling or the pigment isn't pulling as far as I would expect it to. So I have to go back in a couple times and add in some more paint. But that being said, I was able to add lots of color and it's perfectly fine palette. It built up well, so I'm not mad at it. And I really enjoyed this whole process. I let my painting dry naturally so that I would get all the beautiful blooms without disrupting it with the blowing of my heat tool. Afterwards, I went in with my Le Pen and I just started making some doodles. At some points, I got a little bit stuck on what type of doodles I wanted to work with or to lay down. So I grabbed my scrap paper that I had next to me and I started squiggling some lines and just trying out some different options. In the end, I found that I took a little bit of inspiration from the rosette look of the overall painting, and I drew a flower in the center and some vines and leaves and just started to pull it together so that it looked a little bit like a abstract rose bush or something like that in my mind. Here you can see where I end up with my doodles after using the Le Pen, but before I go in with the Posca markers. So now I'm going in with my gold Posca, and you'll see that I'm actually dabbing it on the tape. I do this a lot where sometimes I just dab, I try things out on scrap papers or on the side of the painting or on the tape. I just wanted to test out how the gold looked on the plum or the blue, and in the end I decided it looked best on the blue. It really stood out, so then I went in ahead and I started putting in dots on the blue and putting in gold accents on the blue within the painting. And now I'm going to go in with the gold over the blue and kind of exaggerate or accentuate the flowy circles in the center with the gold as well. And then that'll wrap up my use of the gold Posca. And here is where I start to run into some problems. I decided to go ahead with the white Posca on the plum color, and it wasn't standing out over the plum as well as I would have liked it to. And I also didn't really like my doodles that I drew. They just kind of looked silly and they didn't really work with the vibe of this particular painting as well. But once you started, I was a little bit committed, so I just kind of kept going, hopefully that it would improve, but as you'll see in the end, it didn't really work out very well. In the end, I actually was able to correct my mistake or cover my mistake, and I actually walked through it while I did it. So I'm going to stop with the voiceover and flip over to sort of the organic footage of me masking or covering my mistake and sort of recovering this painting. So I don't really love what I did with the flowers here, but I like the kind of rosette theme I have going. So I'm gonna see if I can cover some of it up with a stencil a bit and some gold paint. But before I commit to it, I would like to test. I'm gonna move that out of the way for a second. Scrap paper, scrap paper. I'm gonna put some gold. This is a disposable palette that I have from the dollar store. And there's some gold acrylic paint that I have. I'm just gonna get some blending tools. Sure, the best blending tool for this. I don't do this often, so I'm gonna just start with, yeah, it's not very opaque. But it will work. Let's just try this. Yeah, I think I like this one better because I don't have to worry so much about getting over the edge, so I can be a bit more accurate with it. So this might turn out to be a hot mess because the paint I have isn't especially opaque, but we're just gonna do it because why not? This is all about science. Kind of works. Okay, I need more paint. Where did I put my paint? What did I do with my paint? Right here. Put it back. I don't know what stencil this is, in case you're curious. I got it just from my local craft store. Where, oh, I guess I should cover this, but I'll have to do it kind of like this, maybe. All right. I feel like it just needs something like right here. Just to kind of bring the gold up there. What happens when I go like this? Oh, that's kind of a fun texture. I like it much better this way, I think. All right, I have to stop. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is just remove the tape. I'm gonna carefully do it. And then we'll see what I ended up with, and then I will clean up. Well, isn't that fun? I think that was such a really fun learning experience. I wouldn't doodle the white flowers again with something as thick as a Posca pen. I would go back and do something like that with a gel pen. And I wasn't intending on doing any stenciling, but to correct my mistake, I stenciled over all of the flowers that I didn't like. And the gold really stood out a lot more than I expected, and it was kind of interesting. So this was really fun to do. I enjoyed it. And I'm still going to take away a lot of, I have some ideas to try to do it again, but a different way. So that's fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like it, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.